just had the most amazing massage, guys. You guys are having a good Monday. I certainly am. Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by today. Sorry if it's shaky, my tripod is against my desk so that you can see me properly. Anyway, I am gonna continue reading Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb, and I will check in with some thoughts every so often. Excuse my looks today. I had a massage this morning, so why was I gonna put effort into my look? Do you after a massage? Because I sure don't. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts, and here we go. So I just read that Lori had an artificial insemination from a donor bank, which was really cool, and how she explains it really simplifies how it works and kind of a lot of stigmas that I had against it. So I really enjoyed her explanation of that. And then she compares it to her breakup about how somehow her donor worked out, but this time with her boyfriend it feels different, so it might not. They're exes now, so I think she's talking about the grief she's having. Just read something that I really liked and I wanted to share with you, so I'll read it. She says, "I flash on a thought I often have when seeing my own self-flagellating patients. You are not the best person to talk to you about you right now. There is a difference I point out to them between self-blame and self-responsibility. How many times are we having a internal narrative of who we are and what we like about ourselves that isn't inherently true to outward people looking at us?" I really like that, so I wanted to share with you. Here's another quote that I really like. "People want to be understood and to understand, but for most of us, our biggest problem is that we don't know what our problem is." She's in therapy right now, which is this monologue that she's having about her boyfriend and the loss, because her therapist points out that she's also a therapist, and how does she sit with people who are grieving? And it kind of gives her pause in a sense that she's agreeing with him and going through every aspect of loss about other people, how it relates to her, and explaining how people work and what we do in our brains is helping her through her grief. I'm noticing throughout this is probably due to her therapy, but she is extremely self-aware of everything she's doing to sabotage her healing. And I think that that is really interesting to see, especially since we never know when we're sabotaging ourselves, yet she has an insight of a therapist. So when she's looking at her own life from that perspective, it is giving a lot of self-awareness that I'm enjoying. I don't think that a lot of us can do that. I'm really grateful that she was able to put this down on paper so that I can understand that sometimes if we think about ourselves internally, we can be a bit nicer to ourselves if we're going through something. Put a hoodie on because I'm cold. But she talks about having a patient who isn't progressing at all, and how the most frustrating patients that come in aren't the patients that are troubled or rude or messed up, but are changing. It's the people that keep coming and never change. She's never broken up with a patient before this point, so at a weekly consultation with her fellow therapists in the office, they talk about how she can further help this patient. However, after the second time she brings it up in the second week, they tell her that it might be time to cut her losses. I like that this is here in the book. I have definitely had some issues with therapists before where I felt like I couldn't be helped or I was unhelpable. So I definitely think it's cool to see the other side of it, of sometimes they can't help you, but someone else can. And it really is about the relationship and the connection that you have with your therapist. I mean, it took me 7 people, 7, in order for me to feel safe and trusting enough to share the raw pieces of myself in order to move forward in my life. So if any of you are considering therapy, don't give up on the first person you meet. I promise you there is someone out there that can help you and will help you. Everyone thinks that they are unhelpable at some point, but you are. So I really enjoy this part of the book, and I'm excited to see if it comes up again. At the end of this chapter, she says, "Maybe I can't help this patient, but maybe this patient can help me. I think every single person that we encounter, no matter how rude or how awesome they are, affects our lives in a learning way. And I think we have a lot to learn from each other, even if it's like, wow, sometimes humans aren't that great, or sometimes, wow, that person really surprised me and they came through this one time. I think we have a lot of things to learn from each other, and I really like that she put that in there. It put a smile on my face. She admits in the next few chapters that she's supposed to be writing a book. One of the reasons why she had ignored a lot of the signs of her breakup was because she's too busy writing a book she's not writing. She's explaining how uncomfortable she is with telling her therapist that she is supposed to be writing a book, and not only is she supposed to be writing a book because she was given the advance, but the book is supposed to be on happiness, and clearly this woman isn't happy during this time. So she feels a lot of shame around that, and so I'm interested to see how she tells him, if she does, and what he says, because so far he's a very quiet, coaxing man that just nudges her in the directions that she needs to go. I guess we'll see what happens. Hey everybody, so I am done reading for now. I know it's really short, but my eyes are really burning because I didn't sleep last night. I slept maybe 2 hours, so I'm very tired. So I thought I would share some other things with you. So I just celebrated my 3rd year anniversary with my boyfriend, and I wanted to show you guys what I got. It's an alligite carving. They're only made in Haida here in Canada, in BC, and it's got abalone shells. It's really pretty, and I love it a lot, and the guy that carved it has been doing so for a long time. The second thing I wanted to show you guys is, I'm sure you've probably seen it on YouTube, but there's a YouTube channel on here called The And they make this deck of cards called The Skin Deep, and I got us the long-term and dating version, but they have questions in them that you can kind of ask back and forth to your significant other, and you can learn like a lot of interesting things that you might not have known about each other, and they're like really in-depth. So like the first question on top of this pile is, what do you think you still don't understand about me? And that's for long-term people, so that's really cool. And then there's like, what's one thing I've forgotten about myself and why do you think I did? What's your favorite meal we've ever had together? When was the last time I disappointed you and how do you feel about it now? And some of them are like really intense questions, and I think that they're meant to create conversation. We've kind of made our way slowly through the dating deck, and we're still doing that. So we haven't even touched this deck yet, but I highly recommend them. They're really fun, and I'm learning a lot about my boyfriend, and I hope he's learning a lot about me, but they're causing a lot of interesting conversations. So I thought I would share that with you in case you're interested, since Christmas is coming up. I think that they're having like a Christmas sale of like 20% off. And then I know that if you sign up, they give you 10% off as a coupon code. So do that. I'll have it linked down below. I'm not affiliated with these people at all. I just thought it would be a fun gift to give to your boyfriend. They also have other decks like for family, siblings, friends. So if you want to tackle those questions, that is awesome, and I think that would be a really fun game to actually do at Christmas dinner if you're able to do that this year. I think tomorrow I'm going to finish up the book that I'm reading. Maybe you should talk to someone, because I will have had an entire night's sleep, and hopefully I can kind of set my day into reading that and check in with you guys throughout it and give you more insight on what Lori is talking about. Sorry again, it's so short today. I'm just really tired, and I hope you guys are having a good start of your week. I'm especially relaxed and sleepy because of the massage this morning, so I am gonna go to sleep at 6 o'clock once I post this. So thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.